Welcome back, F1 fans. The 2026 Formula One season is here, and oh my God, it did not disappoint. Just one race in, and we already have crashes before the lights even go out. A four-time world champion starting dead last and finishing sixth, a teenager making his F1 debut like he's been doing this for years, and Mercedes absolutely cooking everyone with a dominant 1-2 finish. The new era of Formula One just arrived, and it arrived with a bang. We're talking about the 2026 Australian Grand Prix at Albert Park, Melbourne, the first race under the brand new technical regulations. And honestly, chaos. Beautiful, dramatic, unmissable chaos. Welcome back. Let's break it all down. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it right now. Hit that button, you won't regret it. Let's go back to Saturday first, because qualifying set the tone for everything that followed. George Russell absolutely dominated, locking up pole position for Mercedes. His teammate, 18-year-old Kimi Antonelli, qualified second, a full Mercedes front-row lockout to start the new era. Clean, clinical, dominant. Mercedes came into 2026 with something to prove after their 2025 struggles, and they were already sending a message. But the real story of qualifying, Max Verstappen, the four-time world champion, a GOAT-level driver, crashed out in Q1 at the very first corner on his very first flying lap. Didn't even set a time. Red flag. Car in the wall. Verstappen walking back to the garage. It was one of those moments where your jaw literally drops. The man who dominated Formula One for years, starting from the very back of the grid. And that's not all. Kimi Antonelli, who was flying all weekend, had a massive crash in FP3 on Saturday morning. He bounced back to qualify second. That's the mentality of these young drivers right now. Ice cold. Sunday, race day, and before a single racing lap was even completed, we had a shock. Oscar Piastri, the home hero, Australian, racing in front of his own crowd at Albert Park, crashed his McLaren on the sighting lap, clipped a curb at turn 4, spun off, damaged the car beyond repair. He didn't even make the grid. The crowd was heartbroken. Piastri himself said he felt shocked and surprised, and honestly, so were all of us. What a brutal way to start your title defense as McLaren's lead driver. Nico Hülkenberg also didn't start due to a reliability issue, so two cars gone before the lights even went out. When the race actually started, Leclerc made an incredible launch from P4, surging to the lead immediately, overtaking Russell, and for a moment, Ferrari fans were dreaming. Hamilton was also charging through. It felt like Ferrari had something. The Tifosi were daring to believe. But here's where the strategy war changed everything. Two virtual safety cars were deployed during the race, first when Red Bull's Ishak Hajar pulled off the track, and then again when Valtteri Bottas retired from his Cadillac. Mercedes brought both Russell and Antonelli in during those VSC windows, getting clean, cheap pit stops. Ferrari? They kept Leclerc and Hamilton out both times, gambling on staying ahead on track. It didn't work. When Ferrari finally pitted late, Russell and Antonelli had already built a significant gap, and they controlled the race from there. George Russell crossed the line first, with Kimi Antonelli second, a perfect, dominant 1-2 for Mercedes in race 1 of the new era. Russell's radio message after the finish said it all. "I like this car, I like this engine. That's a man who knows he has a weapon." Leclerc finished third, his first podium of 2026, and this one means something special. Ferrari sacrificed almost their entire 2025 season to develop a better car for 2026. They came into this year with hope, and Charles, who gave everything for this project, getting on that podium in race 1, that's emotional. That's the reward for faith. Lewis Hamilton finished fourth in his first race as a Ferrari driver. Not the dream debut he wanted, but competitive, in the points and showing real pace. The Hamilton-Ferrari era has officially begun. Lando Norris, the reigning world champion, finished fifth, but a massive 35 seconds behind Hamilton. McLaren clearly has work to do. The pace just wasn't there in Australia. Now, let's talk about the moment that had everyone on their feet. Max Verstappen started 20th, dead last after crashing in Q1 without even setting a lap time, and he finished 6th, from 20th to 6th in a race. That is what separates the truly elite from everyone else. He made 2 pit stops, pushed hard on the hard compound tires late in the race, and carved through the entire field. He was hunting Lando Norris in 5th right until the closing laps. This man is genuinely on another level. GOAT behavior. Now let's talk about the future of this sport, because we may have just witnessed something special. Arvid Lindblad, 18 years old. Racing Bulls, his first ever Formula One race, and he qualified 9th, making it into Q3 on debut alongside teammate Liam Lawson. Not only that, at the start of the race, he actually found himself running 3rd on the opening lap after a stunning getaway, mixing it with Kimi Antonelli and Lewis Hamilton. He eventually finished 8th, scoring points on debut, and became the 4th youngest driver in Formula One history. He said after the race it was very special, and honestly, that's an understatement. Red Bull and Ford's new engine powering that Racing Bulls car was clearly a big step forward from preseason testing. Oliver Bearman in the Haas finished 7th, just ahead of Lindblad. These 2 young drivers, both in their early careers, both delivering. The next generation is here, and they are not waiting their turn. To recap the top 10 from the 2026 Australian Grand Prix: George Russell, Mercedes; Kimi Antonelli, Mercedes; Charles Leclerc, Ferrari; Lewis Hamilton, Ferrari; Lando Norris, McLaren; Max Verstappen, Red Bull; Oliver Bearman, Haas; Arvid Lindblad, Racing Bulls; Gabriel Bortoleto, Audi; and Pierre Gasly, Alpine. So what does this all mean for the 2026 season? Mercedes look like the team to beat. Ferrari are genuinely back. Red Bull and McLaren have catching up to do. And the midfield? Racing Bulls just shocked everyone. Next up is the Chinese Grand Prix in Shanghai on March 13 to 15. Are you ready for round 2? Drop your predictions in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? See you in the next one.